An enormous honor to be with you in what is the hottest spot for tech and health innovation in America. As of this moment, Lafayette, Louisiana, the Silicon Bayou. It is a delight to be here. Congratulations to everything that you've got going on.
Actually, I was on a conference call with Todd Park when he was in his role, Chief Technology Officer for our Office of National Coordinator, HIT, and we were talking about overall healthcare innovation. And Todd and I were talking about, where some of the areas of innovation, and he asked where I live. And I said, well, I live in Lafayette, Louisiana. Well, he goes, you have to meet with my guy, Ramesh. And so talk about all the great things and innovation that is happening down in Louisiana, University of Louisiana, Lafayette, and also the state of Louisiana.
And the idea of a Code Fest in the Acadiana region was just very prominent in our minds and our ideas and our thoughts because of all the innovation that already happens here in Lafayette.
I present to you the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Ramesh Kalluri.
On the 1st of April of 2011, I was fortunate to meet and to be introduced by Zach to Bruce Greenstein, and who wowed me with his vision for innovation and talked about open data and talked about, Ramesh, are you on board? Because we want to do some cool things in Louisiana. And he said, that's what we do across the nation. And I've done these at MIT's and Carnegie Mellon's and Stanford's and Harvard's.
And the best part to me is events like this, right? Because basically, you came out of nowhere as far as I'm concerned, right? I mean, Ramesh, got him and said, we're going to do a Code Fest in Lafayette.
So seeing codeathons appear in the area of health as an inspiring way to find solutions for small amounts of money, relatively speaking, is got to be the way that we have to test the water.
I said, that's fantastic, right? I wasn't sure what happened next. Next thing I know, Ramesh calls and says, there are 300 people convening in Lafayette to focus in an epic Code Fest.
The reason to do the Code Fest in Lafayette has to do a lot with both the energy around technology, the interest by the community in just taking that wildcat attitude to hack away at a problem and try to solve that problem.
It's an easy thing to answer what's different about Lafayette. There is a spirit of business and academics and community leaders and government that is pretty much something, it feels like it's disappeared from a lot of our landscape.
This is bringing in a different level and a different type of person, I think, in mass to Lafayette. These are the kind of creative minds and the kind of people that we hope to attract to our area because they're going to create those good, clean, high-paying jobs for our citizens.
Yesterday we got a chance to talk to some of the leaders from Lafayette, and those folks and the kids in the room coding and the collaboration of companies that don't always like to talk to each other a whole lot. It's been pretty special here.
And then also what has been impressive is the overall infrastructure within Lafayette and the state of Louisiana really getting behind this.
The fiber to the home aspect of the community is just a tremendous opportunity and potential to take anything that would come out of the Cajun Code Fest and implement it right away.
What we've got for our first Cajun Code Fest, 276 participants coming in from 3 countries, from 15 states, but from Canada and from Germany. And the guy coming in from Germany, he said, I want to start a company. And whether we win the money or not, I want to start a company in Lafayette, Louisiana.
I got an email from Ramesh, actually, and he said, you know you actually have to be here, right? And I said, yeah, I know, I just bought my ticket. And Ramesh told me, I got to introduce you to the CTO of the States. He told me, if you start a company in this country, I'm going to bring you into the White House.
To add to the prizes, whichever team actually wins the challenge, if you can turn it into a company here in America that helps contribute to the fight against childhood obesity and creates jobs, I will invite you to the White House for dinner or lunch or breakfast at the White House mess on me, and we'd just love to see that happen. We'd love to see that happen.
And I was just thinking, how many White Houses do you have in the States?
And that is incredibly the story that we are here for. That is what we are here to celebrate. So we've got fantastic statistics. We have policymakers, because at the end of the day, these solutions need to result in innovations that come into the marketplace and that get embraced into policy. We talk about this as an event where we create, innovate, celebrate. Let's begin that journey. Let the good times roll. Thank you.
If you're a data enthusiast, if you care about healthcare, HHS data stores, it's like walking through a candy store. It's unbelievable. Sitting in the vaults of government that can create so much value, but which are really massively underutilized today, used by only a very narrow band of people. So our idea with the Health Data Initiative was to change that equation, to liberate the data and put it in the hands of American entrepreneurs who could turn it into awesomeness, turn it into products, services, features, programs, insights that can improve health and healthcare and create jobs at the same time.
We're here to address one of the most important problems that our country is facing today. If we think about right here in Louisiana, we know 1/3 of all Louisianians are obese. Not just overweight, obese. Children, the same way.
We had the database on 100,000 children about their obesity levels, their fitness levels, and we had taken the data and the information on the fitness levels and had moved that one step more, one step closer by correlating it with their academic performance.
We're here to talk about how you as coders can make a difference in the battle about creating something useful in the realm of childhood obesity.
With huge amounts of data, not just from HHS, but from the state and other sources, to focus in an epic code fest on building solutions that can help contribute to the fight against child obesity.
We have people here from all over the world to help solve that problem. It begins with all of us, and it continues on with those that are bringing innovation to this problem so we actually can solve it.
So as we go through that process and we talk about all of this empirical data, how do we reach children and teach them about healthy eating?
It's all about social dynamics and behavior and sort of serendipitous discovery of this and this, which we might have known that come together. And if we just get one or two new ideas of how we deal with this, that's going to be a home run.
One thing for the developers, by the way, just a hint. One of the things we actually learned empirically based on data, because I love data, right? People that tend to win these things are people that tend to mash up people from different sectors, okay? It's not like the hacker working by him or herself. It's not the doctor working by him or herself. It's not the obesity expert working by him or herself. It's the mashup of the Silicon Valley renegade hacker, right? The doctor who's been actually working with patients with this issue for years, the obesity expert who mash themselves up, who don't tend to hang out together. That's like the best part about these kinds of gatherings is that they mash people up. It's people mashups. If you get the best people, you win. If you don't, it becomes much more difficult, right? The same thing is true of ecosystems. The same thing is true of ecosystems. If we can attract the best people on the planet to help us solve our problems, there's no problem America can't invent its way out of.
We're certainly going to have successes here today. I'm expecting tremendous things out of the programmers and the coders that are working here. But beyond that, I think we've created a fabric of participation among the civic leaders, among the corporations, that will pay dividends. I think we have yet to see that return to Lafayette.
I can't wait for you to start coding. I can't wait. I can't wait. May the force be with you today and tomorrow. God bless you. God bless Lafayette, Louisiana, and the United States of America. Good luck. Thank you so much.
You guys ready? On your mark, get set, let the Cajun Code Fest begin.
It's not a...
Our project is an application that addresses chronic disease management around obesity and essentially with juvenile or young adult obesity. So what we're looking to do is address the behavior modification needs of chronic disease management, nutrition, lifestyle, mobility. There are many different facets to it. So the one thing we try to do is clearly identify the problem, our problem, as we see it, around a specific subset of obesity. And it has to be specific to the population you're dealing with. Something that's going to motivate a 10-year-old is not going to motivate an 18-year-old or a 30-year-old.
The people have forgot how to have fun. And so when, with the word like workout, it's work. And so we wanted to find a way to bring people and just get them outside doing stuff. So we want to take it and use the software that we already possess, which is a notification company, and combine that in some way or leverage that to use it to help fight childhood obesity.
Being able to make an impact on child obesity is what got us here. So making a change in the community and being able to provide solutions that hopefully change behavior for parents. The approach that we landed on will ultimately be a more viral impact on the community and education of children and teachers and parents.
We are making a game to help kids that are overweight, and we're trying to incentivize it by giving them like a social type of area through mobile application to just like kind of compete with each other about eating healthy and living healthy and stuff like that.
I'm very impressed with the whole panel, the speakers, Todd Park being here, CTO of the United States. It doesn't get a lot better than that, right?
I just want to say, man, I did not know about Lafayette for tonight, but let me tell you, this is the place to be in the USA.
This is definitely the biggest and most involved codathon that we've been involved in. There have been some codathons that have had similar numbers of people, although this is definitely top end in terms of the number of people. But in terms of the other people who showed up, right? People from the State Department of Health, people from the mayor's office, all the volunteers who volunteered to support the event. That's by far like the most involved codathon we've seen to date. So huge success.
It's actually a remarkable thing to be a part of, and I did not expect to find anything like that, and I've been blown away by it.
Thank you, sir.
I'll pinch tails, but I ain't sucking their heads.
I did eat crawfish, yeah. In the beginning it felt a bit like you're eating really huge insects and you have all their feet in your hand and
It's like a baby lobster.
so it was really good.
We are Team Dovahkiin, and this is our Childhood Health Initiative.
Now, this is based on data that we talked about, nutrition data, exercise data based on BMI, sex, age for the child, that would be customized for their well-rounded healthiness. So I want to see what kind of victories I can do in order to receive my Tonka truck.
It provides automatic positive reinforcement. They always get the victories, they always get their points.
When we got the problem of childhood obesity, the first thing that came to our mind was we wanted to focus on the child and their parents. So we've created a website around this, and what we've also mixed in with that is a social networking layer where the achievements you earn can be viewed by other students, your peers.
So now we'd just like to get to our demo. In this game, you take the role of a virtual grocery bagger where your goal is to bag groceries that are coming down the conveyor belts. Although it's a simple example, it teaches the player about food groups while also giving them quite a bit of a workout.
How would you proceed to, or suggest in terms of selling the game, or how would you market this product?
I think the main business plan for this is just focusing on this particular product and selling it as a commercial release.
As soon as you log in, if you didn't have a Facebook account, it'll direct you there and make you create an account. Or since I had one, I'm going to use this.
Motivation. With motivation besides just being healthy.
What did we interface with? How did we come up with these numbers? This is where we had that CDC, we had that BMI interface, and the farmers market data. So we have that too. But again, we haven't totally rigged that yet.
We are Team Toast. Thank you all for having us. We really enjoyed this competition. What the user will do is input foods that they eat on a daily basis. We made it really easy to where they can just start typing the name of a food and it pops up and they just click on it.
It looks
to me like they were actually tracking the child's weight. They were tracking the activities that can contribute to weight. And I'll be honest, I kind of liked that a little bit.
Yeah, it seemed like they spent a lot of time on the user flow and how things moved, and that was cool.
But it's very practical,
Yeah.
easy to
And easy to
Right.
use.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want to be innovative just for the sake of it.
You made it! My name is Jeff Daly. I'm Executive Director of FiberCore, also co-conspirator with Ramesh Kolaru on Pulling Off this event. Anytime I start off something like this, I want to go with a crowd pleaser. So, who wants a nap? There we go. As a reminder, for any of the finalists, you are still have your 10-minute limit as before. So we encourage you to be succinct, make sure you hit your high points, and tell us the best story you possibly can. But before we go into the final order, let's go ahead and give a round of applause for everyone for participating. Great job.
We are a bunch of letters. It's our team name. I'm actually a practicing orthopedic surgeon in Baton Rouge, and I can tell you firsthand, I see the problem of obesity every single day, and I can tell you what works and doesn't work in the community. I've had kids break down and cry in my room because they're so upset about being overweight.
So they can not only engage in the physical activity, but also have a positive role model as far as nutrition and things like that. One of the main concepts here is the concept of an activity circle. So you can think of this could be any organization. It could be a school, it could be your local neighborhood, it could be your church, it could be a number of things.
You're talking about trying to attract children under the age of 14. One of your reasons for not going to Facebook. And
The only way Facebook's going to make their $100 billion value is to sell everybody's data down to the smallest pixel. We don't want to do that.
We are the Flying Fighting Mongooses. I want to say that we are a student team, and when we came in here, our goal was, okay, let's not embarrass ourselves. So, we think our idea is really simple, so here it is.
As we stated in the presentation, we use Ruby on Rails. And so this would be like the administrative interface for schools or school board systems, companies that we would lease this out to.
As you can see, we have our dashboard. On the left side, you have your statistics. We call our points healthy points. We have the week's total, the year's total, and the most important part to me is the daily recommended values of your nutrients.
This is this child's portal. These are activities that have been defined as possible rewards by the teacher, by the parent, by the health provider, okay? So what we got right here is an internet addressable power supply, or a power strip. So it's addressable by the internet. So our server in Colorado is going to send a command to this device to engage power to this device. Okay, so go ahead and do the reward, yeah. Okay, so now power is engaged to the Xbox. So this could be for 30 minutes, this could be for an hour, user settable. You can see that thing go off in 10 seconds. We're giving it 10 seconds.
And am I to assume that you did all the coding during the event?
Absolutely. We talked about the concept ahead of time, you know, what the idea was. I kind of laid out the idea in concept form, but every bit of the coding for the drivers that drive this IP power supply, from reading the data off these widening scales, all here.
Those are some great projects. Let's go give everyone a round of applause.
That's right. That brings the school right back into it. Yeah,
There'll be a way to extend PE events and different things that go on in the schools.
Right. And these are where those healthy, those fresh fruits and vegetables are to do. I mean, I could see that being added onto the feature, and then again, in order to sell that to the realtors. But again, that's a minor part to the overall concept of what they're going for, which I thought was strong.
The other part was that they were the only one I think they had where it's almost like, and I want to go play ball.
Where both of the B camp and this would work is in school-based clinics.
Community, okay.
We come to the big moment. The moment we've all been waiting for. The moment that you all have all been working so hard for. I'd like to invite to the stage Mr. Clay Allen, and I'd like to turn the floor over to him to announce our big winner.
It's my privilege to announce to you the grand prize winner of the inaugural Cajun Code Fest, who so touched the imaginations of the judges in how they brought together communities and how they inspired the stakeholders of communities to work together. So the grand prize, $25,000, goes to B Camp VB.
Please, come on down.
I feel very blessed that, one, we were able to come together and not only challenge our wits and meet great people, but also to be able to contribute to a great cause.